What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Darkness Falls back with another video. So yeah, man, we are back here to talk about some more Punishing Gray Raven. So yeah, man, I know the invitations has went out and people have already talking about the Punishing Gray Raven PC Pioneer test. So I'm just going to go over the trailer with you guys, and I'm just going to show you guys what's going on. Now, what I want to already mention for people who are just not clicking on this video, or if you have already been following me, I've already told you guys I was not going to participate in the PC Pioneer test. And I'm going to tell you why once again, but I want you to watch this trailer so we can analyze it and go over a couple things.
Greetings, Gray Raven Commandant. This is Celica speaking. Mission briefing? No, I have more urgent matters to discuss with you. Babylonia has developed a new control terminal to increase combat effectiveness between Commandants and constructs. This will help you while conducting missions in various environments. Aside from the current mobile version, a PC version is now available. Let's take a look. The land and sea. The city is in ruins. Every vivid detail from the mobile terminal has been captured. The control UI has been adapted to fit the larger screen while maintaining the familiar feel of combat to assist you in battle. Keyboard and controller support will be provided, allowing each commandant to fight according to their own combat style. But for the first test, you will need to use a mouse and keyboard. Controller support will be optimized in a later version. Subsequent tests will synchronize version progress and account resources. You won't need to worry about being unable to access account permissions. Additionally, you can still conduct online joint operations with commandants on different terminals and fight against the invading punishing virus. Once the new control terminal has undergone rigorous testing, it will be officially released to all commandants in Babylonia. President Hassan has worked hard to give Gray Raven exclusive access, so fill in the survey to inform official media of your intent to participate. The first test is scheduled for November 24. Upon completion, test save files will be deleted. During the test, players can experience all the content for The Last Spark. Our next battle is about to begin. Gray Raven Commandant, do you wish to participate in the test? All the content for The Last Spark. Our next battle is about to begin. Gray Raven Commandant, do you...
Alright, as you guys see, man, we got to see the trailer for the PC version of Punishing Gray Raven being tested on. So I just wanted to bring this screen back up so it says accept or decline. Now, like I said, just for my preference, because I'm a veteran CN player, like I said, participating in The Last Spark for me is nothing because I've already played The Last Spark. I have the characters that are in it and I've already know what's going to happen. So like I said, I think anybody who's playing global, which is what this is, you can play with the characters and the content, for free basically. But just know, like the lady said on the after the test is done, that save data is going to be deleted. So this is not your data you're playing around with. This is just some data that's a part of the test, and then the data will be wiped out eventually. So that's one thing about it. Now, like I said, this is just expected as a PC Pioneer test. Now, like I said, for certain tests, I don't normally early adopt for certain things because I'm not the one that's going to play around with the bug. So she did mention that there is no controller support, which is a deal breaker for some, but not for me, because I think that I play a couple games like Genshin and some other games that require just mouse and keyboard. So mouse and keyboard is not an issue. It's just that for this game specifically, it does require some mappings, and I'm pretty sure it was going to be limited to an extent with the camera. Same thing with the camera and some other things I've already seen, other people participate, and I was going to watch some other people participate because I follow other CN players and global players who are going to play or participate in this test. And I was just going to see how it was going to go from them, because like I said, I'm already juggling other games and other things that I'm doing, so I wasn't going to do anything about that. But yeah, man, like I said, that support there's not there either from the jump. And also, like I said, just a client, I don't feel like downloading a client that I'm just going to temporarily use. Now, you guys are going to see vast improvements from playing on an emulator versus the PC version. I just want to tell people this, because some people don't understand that if you're playing on Mew Mew, or you're playing on any emulator, BlueStacks, whatever, for any Android game you got, the PC version is going to be far superior than that. And, you know, graphic fidelity, also with the way it plays, the smoothest. And I got to see that firsthand, because I used to play 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross on BlueStacks a lot. Of course, you run into crashes, do other things like that. But then they finally came out with a PC client for Grand Cross, and it makes the game look so much better, so much clearer. The models look better, the text look better, and I expect the same from this Punishing Gray Raven PC thing. So once the official client comes out for global NCN, instead of me using the emulator to play Punishing Gray Raven, which currently I use Mew Mew, that's all everybody can use right now if they're showcasing PC gameplay, it's going to be way better than that emulator. So just know that. And then also, you know, it has pros and cons, you know, just the end of the story for this test. But like I said, once the full version come out, controller support is going to come later on. And like I said, I'm ready to test like the full version. So if you guys just want people to talk about the beta and all this, like I said, follow those other players. So I do have someone information pulled up, the PGR guy himself, who's participating, because he's, you know, works with Kuro Games, and here's his couple bullets here. So this is Rexlent himself, and he also got some comments for people who have reported, you know, issues that they may have had with it, testing it. And also the comments, it's just a thread that you can just come look at everybody's feedback. You don't have to take everything at face value. Some people will experience certain things, but it's just a bullet point that he has, and he's pretty articulate with what he has. And, you know, like I said, if you wanted to participate yourself, you know, you could have signed up. I told you guys when it came out. If you missed it, you missed it. So like this person said, is good news for PGR PC client test. Games run really smoothly from my experience. The frame rate matches your native monitor, so I was at a constant 165 FPS. So like he said in that first, you know, that 3-liner sentence, the third one is that the frame rate matches your native monitor settings. So right now I'm recording this on a 144 hertz monitor, so my game would be in 144 hertz. So if you're one of those tech enthusiasts or people that may have bigger FPS on, you know, certain monitors, you know, if you have a, you know, monitor that go up higher than that, you know, the game's going to play in that. And I really like that, because certain games limit you to 60 frames and some games can go to 120. So for them, then you'll be able to push Punishing Gray Raven as far as your monitor goes. That's awesome. That's a great bullet point right there. Character models and graphics are crispier than EMU has to offer. That's basically what I just said as well before we looked at this, because like I said, it's as expected, because the emulator can only do so much. Loading times are non-existent, meaning the game is going to run faster and better. Full gamepad support. He mentioned full gamepad support. So I don't know, even though they said it was limited, I wonder to an extent what it is. So if you are using like a Xbox 360 controller or some other type of controller, even though they said control support is limited, it says gamepad. I wonder if that's the thing with the, I don't know, arcade stick or whatever. But just let me know in the comments. Even though it says it's limited, I see someone talking about it at the bottom down there, saying there's some bugs. Tell me how your experience is if you are doing it. So we got borderless, full screen, and windowed available, which is fine. And he said, honestly cannot think of any aspect where the emulator trumps the PC client. Just a bit more polishing on the camera and text formatting, and I think it's ready. Looking forward to it. So like I said, this is all great news overall, and I think that this is just what we expected from someone who has played on emulators and then got the full PC version. This is what we want to hear. We don't want to hear the PC version is buggy, it's trash, and blah, blah, blah. So like I said, these are just great bullet points that Rexlent has pointed out. Like I said, he does come out with a lot of tests and things like that. And I'm pretty sure he'll probably have some gameplay on his Twitch or his regular channel if he chooses to do so. So make sure you guys are following him for that. Like I said, I do reference him on certain things because he actually gets sometimes like the test content, even the test server stuff first. So, it's a lot of times, he's the best one you can reference without having to go on Billy and do all the other stuff. But as you see, man, there's some other comments here. Someone says, so I'm gonna go to the second person down at the bottom for Azure 98. He says, my only real gripes, aside for some bugs with the KBM and even controller input method, is that for KBM, you can't have the camera tied to your cursor with no additional inputs. The cursor isn't locked to the game bounds and multi-monitor or window setup. The game uses emulator style controls instead of the standard action setup. Another gripe I see echoed by a lot of others for both input methods is that while they allowed you to attach each multiple button to a single action, they do not allow simultaneously input, such as having shift +1 for skill orbs as an example. So it's just something that they got as a test out. So it's not nothing where they're going to go under the bus or be talked about bad about it. It's just that they wanted to get something that was pretty solid out, get a couple people to test it, and then get the feedback from it. And I'm glad the people who are willing to participate is here to go ahead and say, okay, let me go ahead and participate in this and give them this feedback, so that way they can make those adjustments. But like I said, as soon as the full setup comes out, and I don't know how they're going to differ it from CN or how they're going to differ it from global. Of course, I play CN, so I will be downloading the CN variant if it's a different separate installer, and I'm going to be going over that. But yeah, man, like I said, good news from the PC client and for the people who are testing it. Few gripes here and there, but like I said, nothing too crazy. This is just what we already expected. So hopefully the bugs and whatever changes that they can adjust to make the player experience better is better for the rest of us once the full release come out. So like I said, let me guys know in the comment if you haven't already tested out, or if you're going to download it on PC, if you have a great PC to run a game. I know that's not for everybody. Let me know in the comments what you guys have about it. So I appreciate everybody talking about it. Because I just wanted to go over this topic because I already told you guys I wasn't participating, but I did want it to go over the trailer and etc. So appreciate everybody liking the content. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. It means a lot. And hope you guys having a happy Thanksgiving. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.